A shelter-in-place warning remains in effect for a large portion of the United States. After 3 days, the fire has been contained. However, many areas are seeing widespread smoke with hazardous chemicals. Dense smoke advisories cover a large portion of Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota, and surrounding states, where widespread hazardous smoke caused the visibility to reach below 1/4 of a mile and near zero in the rest of the metro. Hazardous smoke has also been reported in many areas across the nation, such as Denver, Omaha, Nashville, Minneapolis, New York City, Des Moines, Louisville, Memphis, and Tulsa. In downtown Chicago, no significant damage has occurred to a major portion of the area. However, the Willis Tower has collapsed, and a majority of the city is without power. At least 200,000 injuries were reported, as well as around 70,000 fatalities, and the fire has diminished. However, the widespread smoke containing hazardous chemicals may not diminish for a matter of weeks in many locations. FEMA has been called to deliver emergency supplies to your shelter and are equipped with air tanks. Remember, it is not safe to leave your designated shelter until the all-clear is given over the warning sirens and emergency alert system. If you leave your shelter, you are putting your life in extreme danger, and you may face certain death by inhaling hazardous chemicals. All telephone lines are down in many locations with the exception for emergency calls until the emergency action warning is ended by national emergency termination. More follow-up statements will be issued by the United States government when more information becomes available. Please stay tuned to this station or local media outlets for more.
This is a special weather statement. Dense smoke advisory in effect until 8 a.m. Friday. The National Weather Service in St. Louis has issued a dense smoke advisory, which is in effect until Friday afternoon, for all of east central Missouri and southwest Illinois. Timing: smoke containing hazardous chemicals originating from the Chicago wildfire has become widespread overnight and is expected to be more numerous and dense. Due to hazardous chemicals from this smoke, a shelter-in-place order is in effect for a majority of the central United States. Please refer to the warning for additional details. Visibility: around January 8th of a mile in eastern Missouri, and some areas may see visibility drop to near zero in some locations, mainly in southwest Illinois. A dense smoke advisory is issued when widespread smoke will cause visibilities to drop to around 1/4 of a mile or less. All persons, especially those with respiratory illnesses, should avoid going outside until the smoke clears. Also, this smoke contains hazardous chemicals, and a shelter-in-place warning is in effect. All residents should avoid going outside until the all-clear is given. At 3 p.m., in Lombard Field in St. Louis, smoke was reported, reducing the visibility to 1/8 of a mile. The temperature was 82 degrees. The dew point was 67, giving us a relative humidity 60%. The wind was south at 6 miles per hour. The pressure was 30.15 inches and steady. Public information statement. The National Weather Service will be transitioning to the metric system on July 8, 2026. As part of this upgrade to AWIPS-3, temperature reports will be given in Celsius, wind speeds will be measured in kilometers per hour, and pressure will be measured in millibars. If you prefer using the English system, we will provide a separate zone forecast product for using the English units. Questions regarding this change should be directed to Gary Banks, forecaster in charge at the St. Louis office, at 636-441-8467. Again, that is 636-441-8467. Thank you for listening to NOAA Weather Radio from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in St. Louis, Missouri. This is NOAA Weather Radio KDO 89 St. Louis. A national emergency is in effect. Please tune in to local media outlets for the latest information. Broadcasts on this station will be limited so that you can get the latest up-to-date emergency information. The following is a summary of watches, warnings, and advisories in effect. For the KDO 89 listening area, a shelter-in-place warning remains in effect until further notice for the following counties. In Illinois, Madison, Monroe, and St. Clair, and the following counties in Missouri, Franklin, Jefferson,